Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Cheyenne, Loving Warrior for Christ, and I just wanted to ask for y'all's prayers. Me and my family have not been getting along very well, and there's been a lot of conflict, and there's a lot of misunderstandings. There's a lot of lying going on. There's a lot of bad stuff that's going on right now, and I really would like for y'all to please pray. I really do try really hard to shine that light, as a Christian for Jesus, and not show bad attitudes, but I haven't done such a great job with that, especially when it comes with my own family. I've lost my temper with them and said mean things because I gotten angry, and I really feel bad about it, and I repented of it, but it still eats at me because I got mad. But it's just been escalating more and more, it seems. I don't know why, but it has, this constant battling with one another. But my kids that live with me, they're not little kids. I have adult kids. They're 20s, like 21 and 23 years old, my son and my daughter. And my daughter, she's living with me, and so is my son. But my daughter's living with me with her boyfriend, which is kind of hard to deal with too, because he don't really get along with me too well, and there's been some things that's been brought to my attention that I don't agree with, that's making it hard for me to really like him. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but I love everyone, but I just don't like his personality, I guess. But I know I can learn to like him, and if things would change, like the things that I know would change. But I really feel bad about all of this, and I don't know if I'm the only one in the world that's a Christian that's having these kind of struggles, And the sad part about it is, while I was fighting, having this conflict with my family, it was thrown in my face, and yeah, right, and you're a Christian, because I was upset. And I really don't know. I don't know if being a Christian means you can never get mad. I really don't. But that really hurt, because I really don't want my family to think that I'm giving them this bad, this bad example of what a Christian is. And I'm not trying to give that bad example, but it's really hard, difficult. And I just really would like to know if anyone else out there is struggling the same way. I know I'm not perfect, but I don't know how to be perfect. I don't know how to be that light like they expect me to be. All I know is I do love them, and I love everyone, and I only want the best for everybody. But my life has been really hard, and not only that, but I've made some bad decisions. Some decisions that I can't fix. Some that I wish I could just be way out in the open with them, but it involves other people, and they watch my videos, and I don't want to expose them like that. I just been noticing that it's just getting worse as time goes by, and I don't know, maybe it's because of the times that we're living in, but I've been noticing that people's attitudes are changing. And whenever you live with people that may not be close with Jesus, or they don't believe in him at all, then it's hard to live with them because they still living in the world, I guess is how you would put it, and they're very selfish and very all about themselves, and I try really hard to explain that it's not good to be selfish and it's not good to be just about your own self, and it goes in one ear and out the other. And I know I'm not perfect, so I can't say that I'm perfect because I'm not. But I do try to give some good advice, but it don't work. I tell them that we're living in the end times, and they honestly don't want to hear about it. I try to tell them about Jesus, and they get bored. They want me to leave the room. But they tell me that they do believe, but they don't want to hear me. Sometimes I feel like I'm alone in my own house, even though there's people around me. And sometimes I have to let things slide even though I don't agree with them, to avoid conflict. So it's been really hard, and I would really like if y'all could please keep me in your prayers and pray for me and my family and help them to get ready, because I know Jesus is coming soon, and I tell you, this isn't how I would want him to see me. I wouldn't want to be caught in right now with the way things are, and I need to get myself together, and I need to control my temper and not lose my temper. But sometimes I feel like I'm being tested on purpose. I'll give an example, a small example. I had picked out a little kitten from a litter that we had just recently, and I had told my daughter that I wanted this one certain kitten. And see, her boyfriend, he don't really like me too well. And later he picks the same cat out of spite. But it's okay, it's just a cat. I mean, I let it go. I told him he could have it, but that little ordeal turned into a humongous fight over a kitten. And I was telling him, y'all didn't say y'all wanted it. They were saying that they did, which they didn't. It's turning into one of those he said, she said, and someone's not completely telling the truth type thing. And I just let it go, but it's the principle behind it. It's the yelling, the screaming, the being called, yeah, right, and you're a Christian. The attack on me being a Christian. Them screaming in my face, and it turned ugly. And I just told them they could keep the cat. I don't want it. I did want it, but I mean, if it's gonna turn into a humongous fight on who gets that certain cat, then I'm just gonna let it go. But that's just a small example. There's even more things that's going on, like blaming other people for things in the house. No one wants to take responsibility for things that they do, and I'm the one that has to keep things running smoothly in this house. And anytime I tell her boyfriend something, it turns into I was going at him when I wasn't. I would just be reminding him of something like I remind of anyone else in the house. And so it's just turning into one of those things where now I can't speak to him and he's not going to talk to me, and that's not how I want it. That's not how I want to live. And I know some things about what he's been doing with my daughter that I don't approve of, that I can't discuss, but that makes me not like him because it's pretty bad. But I've been doing my best to live in peace and harmony, but it's been really difficult, and I don't really know how to deal with all of this, and I really don't want to lose my temper, and I don't want to have conflict, and I don't want the drama or people starting drama. But I live in a drama house now, full of drama, and I really seriously don't know how to deal with it. I've been praying and asking God to help me with this, and He does. He helps, because I know He does, because it gets calm. Things start calming down. People come and apologize, and they squish it and make things better. But then a couple of days later, it starts up again. So it's been really difficult, and I want to do the right things. I don't want to do the wrong things, and I just need some prayers, because I need to stay strong. I need to control my temper. I need to control what I say and not hurt people's feelings and not say mean and hateful things because I got mad. I need to just control all that, and it's been kind of hard because, like I said, sometimes I get pushed a little bit, and I try real hard to keep quiet until after a while I just lose it. And like I said, I feel like I'm being tested, beyond tested, and it's been really difficult. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not perfect, and I make these mistakes, and I need to be out with it and tell everyone so they know that I'm not perfect and I make a lot of mistakes, and I really need y'all's prayers. I'm sorry, my dog started barking. But what really hurt me the most out of this whole thing is being told that I'm not setting a good example of being a Christian. That's what hurts the most. And I've even had one of my family members tell me there was a special place in hell for me. Anytime we get into any kind of arguments with one another in this house, since I'm the one who spends a lot of time watching end time Watchman on the Wall type stuff, like videos about the end times, Christian videos, researching the Bible, reading the Bible, that is the first thing they attack, is that I'm a hypocrite and I'm not a true Christian, and there's a special place in hell for me. And so that kind of hurts a little bit, because it's like I can't have an opinion in my own house. I can't speak to them or anything, because if I do, or if I defend myself, then I'm a hypocrite, which I don't really know. I mean, honestly, I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with all this. I know that I shouldn't get angry. I do know that, and I know I should repent, and I repented. And I'm sorry that I did all that, and I'm sorry that I said mean things, and I'm sorry that I'm not showing the Christian example. But they're not going to listen to me, and this is the only way that I can get it out there. So if y'all could please keep me in your prayers, and I love you all. Alright, bye.